I'm Yisroel Litkowski, and the story that I would love to share with you is a story that takes place with me personally, but this story goes back to 1988, the year that I was born. So we're talking about 35 years ago. Apparently, I was told that when I was born, my mother realized there were some health complications with me. Some of my symptoms were that I would sweat profusely and almost as if I was working out a lot and you're just a baby laying down all the time. So it took me a few specialists. They couldn't figure out what was wrong, and it was getting worse and worse, to be almost like going to hospital a few times. And my father, we were living in Crown Heights at the time, on President Street, down the block from the Rebbe. My father's like, oh, let's write a letter into Rebbe. So they wrote in, and they got an answer back through Rabbi Groner on a phone call saying that the Rebbe gesagt, that you should check the child's mezuzah and fix it. So my father ran to my room. He went to go check it, and the Vibarta Bum in Shema, Vibarta Bum, the Shlosh Mem, the final mem was broken. It was puzzle. So my father fixed it, obviously, and within a few weeks, I was still getting worse. It was not getting better. So my father contacted 770 again and asked Rabbi Groner, what can we do? It's not getting better. So they went to go ask the Rebbe, and the Rebbe said that the word bum is the middle word of the Shema. If you count all the words, it comes out the middle word. And the letter mem is also the middle part of the aleph bet. It's found in the middle. So it says that a person is made up of a top part, a middle part, and a bottom. So you should check out the child's middle, which is his heart. And we didn't know there was a heart problem at the time. So my parents took me to a few specialists, and the doctors said that, there's something wrong here. We need to do surgery, but we're going to push off the surgery for around a year. We'll wait for a year for the baby to get a little bit older. But as time went on, I kept getting worse and worse. And my father, I think, contacted 770 again and asked them. And this time, the story that I was told is that they didn't go back to the Rebbe. Rebbe Groner said, didn't the Rebbe gesagt check the child's mezuzah and fix it? So if the Rebbe says fix it, it means fix it now. Go fix it now, against, what they were being recommended, which is usually unusual, highly unusual. So my father went for the surgery. The doctors were a little bit, what's going on over here? Who's this guy recommending he do surgery now? And my father pushed through and they went through surgery. They say that halfway through surgery, the doctors came out. This was, I believe, at Mount Sinai, Manhattan, and there's all Jewish doctors there, which I'll tell you why that's important. They came out and they say, they found other complications that they didn't know about, and it's really lucky that we did the surgery now, because we would not have seen this, and it would have kept getting worse and worse, and chas v'shalom, who knows? So there's a small miracle there that the doctors realized. The doctors themselves realized the miracle. So Baruch Hashem, I went through surgery, everything worked out, and everything was fine. Baruch Hashem, I'm still here till today. A few months later, my father went for dollars for the Rebbe with my two older brothers. And when my father told me that he went for dollars, the Rebbe gave my older brother $1, gave my second to older brother $1, and then my father $1. And my father kept walking, and the Rebbe called him back, and he asked him in Yiddish, how's the newborn child doing? How's the baby doing? And my father said that he froze because he was so caught off guard. How does the Rebbe know who he is specifically and his name, and how does he remember about the baby? And it was a few months ago. So my father just froze. He didn't respond back. And the Rebbe said, it's good to get good news also. And he gave my father $2. One for, he says, Arichas Yamim, and then the Chesidish Nachas you should have from your child. And that's my story. I can tell you I share the story many times, and it's very, no puns intended, but heartwarming, Baruch Hashem. I'm a living miracle from the Rebbe who gave specific advice and how to go about a surgery. And Baruch Hashem, I'm here, I'm married to 4 children in California. And the reason why I mentioned the doctor is because until I moved out to California, I have to go for a yearly annual visit to check up what's going on and make sure everything is running smoothly. So when I go every year, or when I used to go every year, the doctor, one of the assistant doctors to the surgery itself, stayed on as my doctor for the rest of my life until I moved here. So his name is Dr. Galinko. He is a Baruch Hashem, a Jew, Yid, but he's not necessarily observing all the mitzvahs. I didn't grow up so Chabad growing up, so meaning I didn't really have Mitzayim in my blood. But anytime I went to go visit him, especially after I was 13 years old and I had my own tefillin, I would walk into the doctor's room, and right away before we said anything, he would roll up his sleeve and said, "All right, put them on me." He almost like brought the Mitzayim out within me. And I used to ask him, "Why are you so eager to put on tefillin?" And I remember his answer. He said, "I remember the day I did surgery on you, and I saw an open miracle from your rabbi. And till today, you want to put on tefillin, whatever you want to do, let's get it done."